everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this one called Oakview Mansion. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up in the gallery now. My origin ID is real Thomas TV1. So this is another mansion build, as I've already said. And if you're new to my channel or anything and you don't know, I actually do mansion builds here on my channel every Sunday. Just because, I mean, well, my main focus on my channel is speed builds. So since I'm doing that kind of every day, I do like to do things where it kind of challenges me a little bit more, and this is one way to do that. So I try every Sunday, sometimes every Saturday, kind of just depends really. I try to do a 64 by 64 or a 50 by 50. Just to kind of expand my building skills a little bit. So let me know what you think about this, and if you want to go ahead and download it from the gallery, it is up there now. My origin ID is real Thomas TV1. So this is a kind of a traditional sort of exterior, but with the interior, I actually went to do sort of like a modern interior. I mean, it isn't fully, there is a lot of like traditional aspects to it, but you will see like throughout the home in different areas like little bits of modern inspiration, I guess you could say. And yes, that's kind of like my main inspiration for this. And yeah, so I was actually going to talk about a few things, but I've just realised I kind of mentioned them in yesterday's speed build video. And for me, it's actually going up later today, and I actually haven't even rendered it yet. It's currently 12 PM, like, well, it's 11:59 on Saturday the 17th. This should be going up tomorrow on the 18th, Sunday. But today I actually have another speed build going up of this kind of simple family home. And I did actually talk about a few things there, including kind of like an update on streams, which I was going to talk about, but I'm not going to kind of repeat myself. But basically, go ahead and check that out if you want. There's also a tweet which kind of summarises it all on my channel about what I'm going ahead with in terms of streams. And also, I actually mentioned that I have an Instagram now, so I mentioned it again here. So if you don't follow me on Instagram yet, I do actually have an account. My username there is just real Thomas TV1, which is the same as my Twitter and origin ID, so it's all the same, just to kind of make it easy. So you can go ahead and follow me there. At the minute I actually haven't posted that much. I've only got like one post, but I've done a few stories as well. So that when I'll probably on there I'll post some kind of Sims related stuff about upcoming builds, and probably also some in real life photos as well, because I don't want to kind of keep it strictly to Sims stuff. And yeah, so go ahead and follow me there if you want to stay tuned for that sort of thing. So in this build, I didn't really go for any restricted packs or anything. I kind of just didn't really want to restrict myself here. It's also kind of hard to restrict myself in these type of builds too, because one, I mean, well actually this only took me, well, I haven't even finished the build, which I'm going to get onto in a minute, but so far it's took me about an hour and a half, and I've got up until when we get just before the 9-minute mark in this video. Actually, wait, because I haven't done the intro yet, so probably around the 9.5-minute mark ish. That's what I've done up to so far whilst I'm doing this voiceover, and that whole time from now until the 9-minute mark, well, from the start of the video, has took me about an hour and a half, which isn't too long at all. And I was actually talking to my friend Spring Sims the other day, and I was telling him how this, because I was kind of like in halfway through building this when we did a call on Discord. We've actually been talking a lot more recently, to be honest. Like the other day we're on Discord for like talking for like 3 hours and then we're like talking for 2 hours yesterday. But yeah, so I was kind of mentioning to him that it's only took me an hour and a half, and he didn't know how on earth I did that. But it's actually because I feel like I do these like every week now, so it's kind of just second nature to me now to building these type of homes, which is crazy to think about compared to what I could build a year ago. But I really think if anybody's wanting to build their building skills, really improve their building skills, there we go, and I do get that question asked a lot, it's just practice. Just do speed build all the time. Well, you don't have to do it all the time, but like that's kind of, I feel like that's how I've improved so much. I pretty much do a speed build. I might not get a full build done in a day, but I do something in the Sims, I would say, every day mostly. And I feel like that's kind of, you know, improved my building skills there. And yeah, so that, it hasn't took me that long to do what I've done so far, which is great because it means I can do a lot more in the time I have, which is really nice, because this type of home would took me about, if I was doing this a year ago, this would took me about 8 hours to do or something, which is crazy. So to say I can do it in like 2 hours and a bit is, you know, pretty good, I think. So, there was something else I was about, oh, that was it, Reshade. Now, there's this mod called the Reshade mod. It's been around for quite some time now, actually, but I actually just got it, like, halfway through this build, so I didn't actually include it in the other half of the footage, just because I didn't want half the footage to be, like, normal like this, and then the other half to have all brightened up and everything. But if you don't know what the Reshade mod is, it's basically a mod that allows the game to kind of allows you to set presets and things of different settings for graphics, and you can make it really bright and vibrant and things, and loads of people have made their own presets which you can download and add to the mod. Personally, I'm actually using my friend's Harry, Hey Harry, which is a channel name, and it's just, well, it's amazing. And it's totally changed the game. And when I've been using it when I wasn't, because I don't record everything when I'm doing this build, by the way, because you kind of know this by now, but I don't kind of record the bathrooms, because they're just literally all the same. They're all, like, every single bathroom in this home has the same wallpaper and flooring, which is kind of bad in a way, but it's just because it's such a small room compared to all the other ones, and it doesn't really matter that much. And also this house has about like 15 bathrooms or something. It's crazy. And I can't actually remember, like, because I actually haven't done any of the bedrooms yet as I'm doing this voiceover, so I don't know the total bathrooms and bedrooms, but you'll be able to see that on the gallery if you go over there, because it'll be up by the time you hear this video. Well, see it rather. Anyway, so like I was mentioning about the reshade mod, it's totally just changed how it looks, and it's ridiculous. So from my next video, I think, hold on, let me just think a second. Yeah, because I don't actually have any more videos pre-recorded, so tomorrow's video should be another build, and in that I should be recording that with the reshade mod, so you'll see a really big difference in terms of how the screen looks from this video actually. So, yeah, so like I was just mentioning earlier how I didn't record anything, while I wasn't recording, I was actually using the mod, because like I was just mentioned, I didn't want to kind of, you know, start using it halfway through the video, but whilst I was kind of just building myself, I did just install it just to see what it looked like, and it's amazing, so I can't wait to start using that, and I don't think I'll be able to get rid of it anymore, because it just totally changed the game for me. And yeah, so we're kind of working on the interior now. As you can see, I've got all the wallpapers and flooring done already, just because you see it when we're going to do the decorating, so there's no point, you know, wasting some time of me going through choosing which wallpapers to use. First of all, it will take a lot of time up in the speed build, and second of all, I'm really kind of indecisive when it comes to that sort of stuff, so it's just best to kind of leave it out so it doesn't really bore you as much, I suppose. And yeah, so I did actually mention this in yesterday's video, but I do actually have some collabs in the work. So I've got one, I think yeah, hang on, wait. Next Saturday coming up, which should be, hang on, let me just check the date of when that is. The 24th. It should be, like, it's not finalised, but it should be a collab with Chloe Sims. And we are going to be doing something. I'm not going to ruin what the idea is, just to kind of leave it as a surprise for the video. But it's kind of a little bit different from what I've done before, and I'm actually kind of excited for it. And I've also got another collab coming up next month with Ashley from Dr. Ashley, so I'll be doing another build collab with her too, which will be our first collab, the same with Chloe, and I was actually just speaking to my friend Jen from Sims X yesterday, and we are actually planning another collab together as well, which you should be seeing in April too. So those are kind of 3 collabs that are coming up soon, and I can't wait for them. So we're kind of just working on this room right here, which is the laundry room, and it is pretty big, I would say. I wasn't actually planning on making this the laundry room, but I was kind of just, this was after, like, I did that room after I'd finished all of the kind of bathrooms and stuff, and I'd put laundry baskets in, and when I was actually doing the floor plan, I never really thought about where I'm going to put the laundry room. I couldn't think of the word there for a second, even though I just mentioned it 20 seconds ago. So I just went ahead and put it there because, I mean, it would have just ended up being another bedroom or something like that, so, you know, I might as well just use that space to kind of fill that up with that sort of stuff. So it's kind of just got a washer dryer. I think it's got like 2 sinks in, which is a little bit overkill, and I think this kitchen here has like 3. I don't really know. Anyway, so my screen just went black because I've run out of footage, but for you it'll be you'll be seeing footage right now of stuff that I'll be doing after I finish this voiceover, but for me, I'm not looking at anything, so I'm just going to continue talking about other stuff, which, you know, I always kind of like think when I go in to do a voiceover, like, oh, I've got to talk about other stuff, because, well, I don't have to, but I feel like a lot of us now, when we do speed builds, we don't talk about the build for the full time. Personally, I don't mind if people talk about the build for the full time or not. I think it's more interesting if I talk about other stuff, but when I'm like, before I start the voiceover, like, oh, what am I going to talk about in this voiceover today? And I can just not think of anything, but then when I actually start, it kind of just comes to me, which is great. And yeah, so I don't know where we're up to in this build, so I don't really know, like, you know, what's happening, but hopefully something, you know, quality content. And yeah, so with that kitchen, it was actually pretty big. I don't know if we're still working on it now as I'm doing this part of the voiceover. I don't think we will be, but that kitchen was absolutely huge. I wasn't kind of planning to be that big, but I wanted to do kind of like a giant kitchen and diner for that kind of, it's not a diagonal, but the part of the house that comes out at the front. I wanted that to be the kitchen area and also the dining area, so that's what I went ahead and did. And a little bit bigger than I thought, but I have done huge kitchens, and that always is the case with these huge big homes, is that the kitchens always turn out to be absolutely massive, which is, you know, I don't think it's a bad thing because it is a mansion after all, so everything in these homes is going to be big and grand and over the top, but you know, it's fine. If you like big kitchens, then I suppose this is going to be a good house for you to get. So I'm hoping I'm not talking too fast during this voiceover, because I mean, I always kind of do this where, well, let's just go back to the beginning. So when I started doing voiceovers a lot, oh my god, I can't make my mind up here. At the very start of me doing voiceovers, I was very kind of shy and monotone and stuff because I just wasn't used to it. But then I kind of got into it, more confident, things like that. So, you know, I sounded more enthusiastic, I guess I could say, during my voiceovers. And then I kind of started talking way too fast, and I got so many comments about it. And I was aware of it. I don't know why I kept doing it, even though I was aware of it, but it kind of just happened. So yeah, that happened. And then I kind of just made sure that I really kind of paid attention to how fast I was talking, and it kind of worked. But I've noticed recently in my speed build, I don't know if you've noticed as well, but I've kind of started talking really fast again, which is, I mean, for me personally, I don't really kind of think about it that much, and it's not really a big deal if people talk fast in their videos, because, I mean, I can talk this fast so I can understand it, so, you know, if other people do it, then it's fine. But, I mean, in terms of, if you want, like, you know, watching this in bed before you go to sleep, it's not going to really make you very relaxed, is it? So... So I need to try and kind of focus on that a little bit more. Anyways, so in terms of other things that's been happening, I mean, with college and stuff, you know, of course, very stressful like normal. But I've actually been going on kind of like our, well, we call it like the Easter holidays. In the US, I know you call it like spring break. So it's currently the 17th, like I said. I actually break up on the 29th. Oh, God, my voice broke there. I finished on the 29th, which is actually Thursday, which means I'm not in on the Friday, which is great, because it'd be Good Friday, because Easter's kind of early this year for some reason, so yeah, the holiday is a little bit earlier this year, so I'll be off for like 2 weeks, which is going to be great, because I have lots of time to record, even though it is time to kind of study for exams, which is going to be the main priority, but there's always time to record and stuff, so I'll be doing that. And that's probably the time I'll be recording that collab with Jen, hopefully if everything pans out right. So this will be our second collab, like I mentioned. We actually did our first one last August, actually, for my collab week. So if you don't know, if you haven't been around this long, last August I did a collab with, well, just like 7 collabs, like for a whole week of just 7 of my different Simon friends. So I hope I can remember everyone. Let me just think a second. So it was with Simploid. Wait, can I get it in order? I know Simploid is the first one, and I think it was Irrelevant Sims, and then Simproved, and then Miss Mint, and then on the Friday, oh my god, I forgot who was on the Friday. I can't remember. I'll need to think back for the Friday second, but on the Saturday it was X7 Sims X, and then on the Sunday it was with Spring Sims. So I can't remember who that other person was, which, oh, Miss Griffey, that was it. Probably scared you there for a second, but yeah, Miss Griffey, we did a decoration battle sort of thing. So yeah, those are the 7 people I did collabs with, and it was a really, really fun week. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year or not. Well, yeah, this year in the summer. So I just have to think about that for a second if I'm going to do that, but you know, time, we've got months before that'll happen, so if I do it, you know, during the same time. I did it during the summer because I just had a lot more time to record and I didn't have to worry about school and stuff at that time, which was great. But, you know, I'll just have to see how things plan out. Actually, the idea came about months before it actually went up, because I wanted to make sure that everybody kind of knew about it, so I had time to kind of record all 7 collabs, because that's kind of a lot, you know, in terms of other videos I've got to do on top of that at the same time. So I wanted to make sure I kind of asked everybody months beforehand. I asked a few other people as well who couldn't make it, which is fine. That's another reason I wanted to kind of start early, so I could make sure I got everybody who is going to do it, you know, just so it's kind of all organised and stuff, so it didn't go wrong at the last minute. But it all turned out really well, which I was so happy with. So yeah, let me know if you have any ideas of who I should collab with if I do it again. I've already got some good ideas of who I could do the collab with next, you know, coming up. Speaking of collabs, I actually have done a lot of collabs recently with Spring Sims. I don't know if you've noticed, but we've done a lot of collabs. I think we've done like 6 or 7 now, which is crazy. We've done a few a little while ago, and then recently we've done a few. So we did a renovation battle of the Roomies household in Oasis Springs, and then we did a renovation battle of the Pancakes house in Willow Creek, and then we've also did one where we did like this sort of like duplex home using the My First Pet Stuff pack, which came out, you know, last week. Well, no, it was this week. Was it this week? I can't even... Yeah, March the 13th. So we did a collab with that because we both got early access to it. So we did a collab with that. We thought it would be a nice idea to do. And we did that. So we've done a lot of collabs recently, which is nice because there was kind of a portion of time where I wasn't really doing a lot of collabs just because I was really busy and stuff. But, you know, we're kind of just planned... We've got a lot more ideas and stuff, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So we're nearing kind of like the 16-minute mark of the video, so I don't really know how much time we've got left here because, you know, it's kind of like, with these sort of things, I do try to cut out a lot of the boring parts, but then what happens is, which also happened with the Spring Sims collab we did, we're finished talking, because we actually do our voiceovers together, like on a Discord call, and we kind of do Q&As and stuff during the voiceovers, which is just a nice idea. So we're doing that and we're kind of talking and we'll highlight the video, and we'll always end up overrunning the video anyway, which is kind of normal. So I kind of just extend the screenshots, but there's kind of like a limit to the screenshot, I think, where it kind of gets ridiculous if I have it on for too long to kind of go over us talking. And then I kind of like was just, okay, I can't extend these screenshots anymore. They're going to be like a minute long each screenshot. So then it ended up running over into the outro, but we're just finished as the outro finished, which was, I couldn't believe it. Like, it just planned out so well, because I didn't want the voiceover to run, you know, onto like a black screen at the end of the video, because it just wouldn't look right. So I'm glad that all worked out well. So, if you don't follow me on the gallery, by the way, I do upload all kind of my builds there, so make sure you go ahead and check that out if you haven't already, because I pretty much build every day, so there's something new on there every week, including mansion builds like this one, and also some others too, so it's a good place to go ahead and check out. I think I have over 30,000 downloads or something, which is crazy, and also, I've got like 500 followers as well, which I didn't expect. I kind of just look every now and again, like, oh, I've got new followers, because I don't know how many people use like the gallery as, so I wouldn't really say it's a social network, but kind of just using it a lot. And I don't really follow that many people on the gallery because I don't really play the game itself that much, because I'm always building and stuff, so I don't actually download that many lots myself, so I don't really follow that many people on the gallery, to be honest, but you know, I do sometimes over time I'll add people to my following list, you know, so let me know if you use it a lot. And yeah, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this voiceover here, but there was just one more thing I wanted to mention, is if you have any more build ideas, I'm in dire need of some more, because you know, I do speed builds pretty much all of the 4 days a week that I upload. So, you know, if I'm doing that kind of all the time, it does sometimes get a little bit repetitive, because thinking of new ideas for speed builds every single day of the week is kind of sometimes a challenge. It's really great when new packs come out, because there's like a bunch of ideas I can do for a new pack, but when there's not a new pack, like now, because the newest pack has just been released, you know, I'm kind of getting, you know, builder's block, I guess you could say, in terms of ideas. So if you have any more ideas, that'd be really, really helpful. I actually do have this list of over like 100 ideas, I would say, which you're probably thinking, why on earth am I struggling for build ideas? But you know, I kind of collate these build ideas over time into this list, and when I'm in need of doing a build and I kind of look through that list, sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like doing that, and I might, you know, the next time I come to do a build, I might have that idea and I want to do it. So, you know, it kind of just depends. So I kind of just add as many as I can to that list, and I kind of just collate it over time. So if you have any ideas, that'd be really, really helpful. I know not everybody likes these mansion builds all the time, so, you know, I do some smaller builds as well every now and again. So if it's a small build, if it's a big build, even if it's not a build in general, just a video idea you want to see, then that'd be really, really helpful. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end this voiceover here. I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of it. Leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and go ahead and download this from the gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!